Hi everyone, this is my side of the story. Me and Claressa have been best friends for 11 years. She was the godmother to my children. I know her family, she know my family. Well, the family that we do mess with, because both our families hate on both of us. We never had a falling out. Never ever. We never had a falling out. We never was on bad terms. We never clashed. We always was like the perfect balance for each other. She had my back, I had her back. That's just how it went. Like, that was my bestie. That was my sister. Fast forward to when she started dealing with Papoose. In the beginning, it was cool. It was cool. Papoose was cool, you know. I would ask her questions like, do you think Pap still mess with Remy? Or do you think he still communicate with her, or whatever the case may be? And it was like, once I started asking little questions like that, it was like stuff started going left. It was like Pap stopped speaking to me when I was around. I would have to speak first. It was like she would try to, like, I wasn't around her much anymore. I basically said I felt like Papoose was trying to eliminate everyone around her. It ended up going left, basically, because I said that, and it got back to her, and she addressed the issue. Papoose ended up coming to me, addressing the issue, and basically like, no, that's not my intentions. I'm not trying to push y'all away. I'm not trying to get rid of her friends. I'm not that type of person. I'll take up for y'all. Woo, 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 blah, 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 blah. They split. Cool. But it was already starting to get weird already once I was already addressing little things that was going on. And me trying to get her to realize, come on now, like, open your eyes to certain things. A real man is not going to keep confusion. He's going to try to defuse the situation instead of trying to create more confusion. The house situation. I've been living in her house since the end of 2024. But most of the time I was living in this house, I was with her all the time. But the plan was to get a grant from the city to get me a year free of rent. They wanted to put me on the news, basically like a charity case. Like, okay, she's homeless with her 2 kids. They wanted to put me on the news. That's the easiest way to sum it up. They wanted to put me on the news like a charity case, like Claressa was rescuing me. Which I did tell my friend, like, if that's gonna make you look good, fuck it, we can do it. I don't mind. But it was like, she didn't agree with it, and I really didn't agree with it either. But it was just like, if that's gonna give you a good look, I'm all for whatever gonna make you look good. So she ended up saying fuck it. So the state was like, they were really like, the person that she was working with it really was on some the house wasn't ready for months, and the house was ready, y'all. The house was freaking ready, and they were saying like the house wasn't ready for months because they were still trying to do the news thing for their benefit as well. At the time, I actually needed to live free. I had just moved back to Michigan from Texas with my kids. I really didn't have nothing figured out yet. I was living with my brother. We did have our own space. We were comfortable, but to know me is to know I've always had my own space, and I don't live with people, especially with having children. I had just had my son. He was only about 3 months old when I moved back to Flint. So yeah, once my man got out, he did immediately start paying rent in February. Immediately. But I were getting letters for the house for almost the whole year and a half I was here from the state, saying the house back taxes need to be paid. Back taxes need to be paid. I'm sending her everything. I'm sending her everything. Here's the receipts. Here they saying you need to pay this by this. She's like, okay, I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna take care of it. Fast forward to this year, February, end of February, we got a letter saying the house is going up for foreclosure. If you don't pay this by this day, the house will be foreclosed. I sent it to her. This is in February. Follow me. She said she was handling it. She didn't. March came. They sent another letter saying the house is officially foreclosed. We still sent her rent payments for March. We still sent her rent payment for March. April came. She was texting me for rent. It was like it started getting weird once my man got out. Like she was texting me for rent, and I was explaining to her, like, we have the rent money, but we're not giving it to you until we know that you gained ownership of the house back. If you haven't gained ownership of the house back, we're not giving you a dime. Like, we have to find somewhere to go. We ended up getting another letter saying we have to vacate by June 19th, 2026, which is coming up. And things went left. Things started going left because I basically told her, we're not giving you rent. Like, we have to move. And she kept throwing up the fact that I lived for a year free. And it's like, my nigga, you let me do that. Like, that was something that we agreed to. And for you to throw it up in my face, and it's like every little thing she do for me, she always throw it up. And it was like, damn, my nigga, I don't throw up the things that I do for you. Like, I don't have what you have, but I've always showed up for you in ways that money could not buy, money could not do. Like, I literally was her emotional support. I was the person who told her, you deserve better. You don't need to do this. You in this type of situation. You is this person. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. So, yeah. Moral of the story, now she's on the internet trying to make it seem like, oh, I just lived free and that wasn't the agreement. And I was like, you know, using her or whatever the case may be. She is very, like, aggressive when she's in camp, and that's understandable. But it's like, we're humans too. We're your team. We making sure you straight. Treat us as such. Don't, like, you don't have to talk to us crazy. You don't have to do all that. So one of the girls out the group ended up telling her I said she was treating us like the help. I was very upset that day. Like, that day, it was crazy. She was talking to me crazy. Her team. It was like one time I had wore a fitted cap and she told me she didn't like how my fitted cap looked. But exactly 2 days later, she started wearing fitted hats. And it was just like little stuff I would peep, and it's just like, it was starting to get like kind of weird. I'm a rapper. I do music. Claressa wasn't rapping when me and her became friends. She started rapping around like 2020. 2024 or something like that. But she never really shared my music. She never really, like, I had to damn near beg her to collab with a platform I had went on when I did, like, Drop the Mic. We don't have any songs together. I sent her multiple songs and she would say, like, oh, I don't like this song or something like that. But she sent me a song to get on and I didn't like the song, so I didn't get on the song. I am like big on my craft. I don't play about my shit. I like my sound. I love my sound, and I really can rap for real. So I'm not just gonna put my vocals on anything. I'm not doing that. Nobody is gonna stick around for 11 years for that. This literally was my sister. Like, I wasn't around her for what I could benefit. I never benefited nothing for real. Like, the rooms that she should have put me in, she kept me out of them. Like, and it was like, okay, cool. You're not obligated to do anything for me. I'm not forcing your hand, and I'm not forcing you to help me. But it's like, you would rather give me money than to really put me in a position to where I can make my own money. And that's what really threw me off and blew me. And then, like, she would tell me, like, oh, I see you calling because I do content too. I try to do anything to support my family and put us in a better position. She would say little things like, oh, I see you call your supporters goat babes. I came up with one for mine. I'm gonna start calling them grovies. Okay, cool. I inspire you, that's fine. But it's like, I always try to get her to help me in ways where I could help us, where I could be next to you evenly or almost evenly, not to where I'm looking like I'm a charity case or I'm someone you taking care of. And it was like, she never wanted to help me in ways that I know would get me where I need to be. Like, literally, I'm a hairstylist. Like, I do hair so good. Like, I even asked her to be her personal hairstylist. she would ask me things like, oh, you think you ready for that? Or do you think you ready for that? And it's just like, what? But okay, anyways. And people would say, oh, you sticking around her for the clout and all this and all that. I've never got clout off her. All I ever got from being her best friend was hate. My man got out of prison February. I've been living in her house since almost the end of 2024. I was living in her house since 2024. It was like once my man got out, she started giving me like jealous vibes. She always, like, I've always ignored certain signs because we were like really close. Granted, Claressa did help me a lot. She has helped me tremendously, but I also have helped her. It's not like I was just around and couldn't do anything. I've always made sure she looked good. I did her hair. Like, anytime she needed me to fly out anywhere and do anything for her, I was Johnny on the spot. Like, it wasn't nothing that I didn't do for her when she needed me to do it. So after my man got out, it was like little shade thrown, like, oh, your man this, your man that. And it was just so weird to me.
I'm not even gonna lie. The joint pain I deal with every day will slow me all the way down. But ever since I started using this right here, night and day pain relief balm, everything changed. And within minutes, I feel the difference. Like real relief. Now I can clean my whole house without even thinking about the pain. As a nurse, I'm on my feet all day. And this right here helps me get through my entire shift. I can actually enjoy time with my kids now. Go outside, be active, without hurting the whole time. It feels good to just live again. Honestly, if it wasn't for Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, I don't think I'd have the quality of life I have right now.
Comfort slows you down. Reach for natural relief. Night and Day Hemp's extra strength CBD pain relief balm melts into aching muscles, delivering warmth you can feel. Soothe your body naturally. Feel free to move again. Night and Day Hemp balm melts away tension so you can enjoy every moment. Feel the difference fast. Real relief, real results. Order now at Night and Day Herbals.